Hey YouTube, it's Lacey. I just woke up a little bit. Actually, I woke up about 2 hours ago, but I'm just starting to wake up. No makeup. Actually, I probably have like leftover mascara and eyeliner. I have a busy day ahead of me, so I wanted to get this video in. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to get this video in before I take off for the day if I can. A couple things I wanted to talk about was that first of all, I want to say that I'm going to discuss the diet that I was doing when I lost 100 pounds in 2009, starting in May of 2009, and I did it until March, I think, February or March of 2010, and I lost 100 pounds. So I'm going to discuss that in this video, so stick around for just a few minutes while I talk about where I'm at in this cycle and trying to conceive and all that stuff. So I thought that I ovulated on cycle, well, I don't know exactly what cycle day it was. I can look, hold on. It was this past Monday. I think I ovulated on Monday, and I think that was cycle day 20, which is the same day that I think I ovulated the last time, which is interesting, that I had so much activity in the ovary area and pain and all that stuff going on in the ovaries on the same exact day. My cat's back there in the blinds. Anyway, so I really do think I owed on Monday, but last cycle, because I was in Yosemite, and I was working with one of my families I work with, and I was staying in a hotel room with little kids. I was sharing one hotel room with teenagers and little kids and an adult with disabilities and whatever. I just I wasn't comfortable doing OPKs, and I wasn't, because of our the traveling and scheduling and stuff. We had very different waking up times and going to bed times, and a couple days I only got like 2 hours of sleep, or a couple more than 2 hours, probably like 4 hours of sleep, and other nights I got 8 hours of sleep, and some mornings we woke up at 3 in the morning, and then other mornings we slept till 10. So I really didn't feel confident with the temping during that time, and that was right when I owed on cycle day 20 last cycle, or at least that's when I think I owed. But I wasn't doing OPKs and I wasn't temping, so I had nothing to back that up other than the extreme sensations and feelings I was having in my ovaries, and it was painful at times, and I felt like this has got to be ovulation. Like, this is more intense than anything I've ever felt, at least in regards to trying to conceive and ovary and all that good stuff. So this cycle, same thing. I had some twitching and some sensations earlier in my cycle, but nothing like definitive. I couldn't really say exactly what was happening. But on Monday day, all day really, I was having a lot of twinges, a lot of like prick like feeling like something was pricking at my ovary throughout the entire day. And then as the day got later in the afternoon, it started getting more intense, and in the evening I was having a lot of like pretty severe like pinching pains, and then went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and I've had a little bit of cramping. I wouldn't say it's like ovary area, it's more middle uterus something, but it feels similar to the feelings I was feeling in my ovary. So I'm thinking maybe that's, if that it was ovulation on Monday, that maybe that's the follicle moving down the fallopian tube, or the ovary is still like recovering from actually like bursting open and allowing the ovulation to occur. I really am not sure what I'm feeling, but I have felt very subtle feelings in my uterus, ovary, reproductive area. But nothing like what I was feeling Monday night. But I had my temp on cycle day 20, which I believe was ovulation. Oops, hold on. Stop it. Okay. So, let me see if I can get this here where you guys can see. Okay. Okay, this is my chart. And right here, I had a very steady from cycle day, let me see when that was. Oops. From cycle day 11 all the way to cycle day 17. So from cycle day 11 to cycle day 17, I had pretty consistent temps. Then on cycle day 18, I had a drop. And then this is day 19, this is day 20. Now, here's my theory. By looking at my chart, it would look as if I ovulated probably on cycle day 18 or maybe 19, because cycle day 18 was right here in this dip where I shot back up and had a high temp. But my thought is that this day right here could have been a little bit of an inaccurate temp. So if that's the case, then I could discard that temp, and then my line would be right there in line with all these other temps I was having. And then I had a little bit of an increase on cycle day 20, which would indicate that I ovulated on cycle day 19 or 20, something like that. Now, these other temps, I still consider that an elevated temp. I am not going to say that that is a decreased temp, because it's still up above all these other temperatures, and it's not too far from my spike in my temperature. So this is today's temp, and this is yesterday's temp. And both last night and the night before, I was not sleeping well through the whole night. I was up several times, actually like literally up out of bed, going to the bathroom, getting back in bed, trying to fall back asleep, couldn't sleep, tossing and turning. So I know that can really mess up your temps when you're not getting enough sleep, or if you wake up a lot. And most of my waking up happens in the early morning hours, from like 2:30 until 4:30 or 5, and then I usually temp around 5:30 or 6. So it's got to be messing with my temperatures. I'm not sleeping soundly. I'm not. Both nights I was totally whacked out on my schedule and what was going on and what is normal for me. Normally I sleep soundly all the way till 5:30. The alarm goes off. I grab the thermometer. I put it in my mouth. I'm halfway asleep. I put it back and I fall back asleep. And then at 7 or whatever, I wake up. I turn on the thermometer. It remembers my last temperature. I check it. I record it. So that has not been how things have been the past 2 days. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm curious to see once I feel like I do have a good solid night's sleep in, how that's going to affect my temperatures. And because of the last 2 days' temperatures, I really do not think that Fertility Friend is going to give me crosshairs, because the way things are looking right now, it looks as if I'm anovulatory, but I don't think I could have as much intense feelings in my ovaries like I did that night on Monday night and not have ovulated. I mean, I've never felt those pains before, other than last cycle and this cycle. I've never had feelings like that ever since I've ever been on my period and been, having cycles and whatever. I've never felt those things until I took the soy isoflavones, and both times it was on cycle day 20. I am almost positive that I ovulated. So I think I'm gonna say I'm in my 2-week wait, and I'm 3 days into my 2-week wait. So that's my update. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I don't know. On my last video, I posted the link to my fertility friend chart in the information section right below the video. So feel free to go back to video 14 and click on my link and go check it out. Feel free to send me a friend request on Fertility Friend or whatever if you want to follow. Keep an eye on my charts. I'm a total chart stalker, so like my girls in the fertility forum, I'm always watching their charts and all that. So that's that. I have 6 minutes left on my memory card to talk to you guys about my diet, and honestly, like, I've debated on whether or not I even want to share all the information about it, but I think it is a great diet. I mean, I wish I could get back on board, but for some reason I've been having a really hard time like sticking to it. I start good and I do for like a week or two and I lose a few pounds and I'm really, whoa, my cat just jumped on the recliner. She's up here. It's just really hard to stick to. So let me tell you guys a little bit about it. It's something that you have to commit to. You have to. I mean, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to do part of it, or I'm going to do it for, 2 months or whatever. Because, look at my crazy hair, you guys. What's going on over here? Okay. So, I'm having such issues with the stupid camera. Okay. So, what it is it's no flour at all and no sugar at all, and you have to eat only 3 meals a day, and you weigh and measure all of your food. So you would do like breakfast, you would have 1 ounce of, you measure out 1 ounce of dry oatmeal cereal, and you measure out 6 ounces of fruit, or you can measure, like, you can just have like a apple or a orange or something like that. But if it's like watermelon, or, well, you're not really supposed to have watermelon because there's not really much in it nutritionally, but if it was like cantaloupe, you could have like half of a small cantaloupe, or you would need to cut it up and measure out 6 ounces. Or strawberries, you need to measure out 6 ounces. So you would have 1 ounce of dried oats, you'd have 6 ounces of fruit, and then you need to have your protein, which can be 2 ounces of hard cheese, 6 ounces of cottage cheese, 8 ounces of yogurt, 2 eggs. Or I think you can also do an 8-ounce glass of milk, but that's not really recommended except for like situations where like you're camping or something and it's hard to accommodate the other things. Or like if you're out and you can't get the other things, you could just do a milk. So anyways, so that's breakfast. And you can cook the oats after you measure out the 1 ounce of dry oats. I'm sorry, guys. After you measure the 1 ounce of dry oats, you can cook them. You can mix them in with yogurt. You can mix your yogurt and your fruit and your oats together. However you want to do that. Lunch is 4 ounces of for women. It's 4 ounces of protein, which can be chicken, beef, pork, fish, whatever. 4 ounces, which is 1/4 pound. So 1/4 pound frozen beef patties, those work great. Yeah, pretty much everything else you have to weigh out on a scale. You need to get a digital scale and weigh it. You have to weigh it. I know it sounds stupid, but you have to weigh it. And then you would have 6 ounces of cooked vegetables. So carrots, green beans, bell peppers, cauliflower, broccoli, I can't even think. No corn and no peas. That's the rules. And then you need to also have a 6-ounce salad. You can put anything in the salad you want as far as raw vegetables, leafy greens, stuff like that. No cheese. And you can use avocado, but limitedly, like a quarter of an avocado, and that's it. Don't put like the whole avocado or even a half. Just do like a quarter. And then you can add 1 tablespoon of dressing, and you need to try to find a dressing that has very little to no sugar. And then dinner is the same as lunch. 4 ounces of protein, 6-ounce cooked veggies, but for dinner you need to have an 8-ounce salad with 1 tablespoon of dressing. And that's pretty much it. I mean, but you can't drink alcohol, you can't drink wine, you can't have ice cream, you can't have no snacks in between, just those 3 meals. You can have sugar-free gum, and you can have you need to drink a lot of water, but if you're not a big water drinker, you can buy the Crystal Light little packets, powder packets, and dump them in. So that's always a good way. So I'm out of time. Comment, ask questions, and I will try to do another video to cover any of your guys' questions. Okay, I know it was really quick, but I'm out of memory space. Alright, have a good day. Bye.